Good morning everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. If you watched my previous video, you'll know I was waiting for a delivery. In fact, it turned up late yesterday and it's just sitting down there in that box, along with another delivery, and I'm going to unpack those soon. Before I do that, I want to just talk to you about the audio setup I've got in the studio here and some changes I'm considering. Now the changes I'm considering making involve this here, which is for my sort of movie watching and gaming setup. This is a Denon AV receiver, and I've currently got my monitor audio radius speakers, the little white ones just here, which aren't in the ideal place. They're slightly shielded by the edge of the TV, and round the back of the TV here I've also got a center speaker. And then if we look up in the corners, there are the surround speakers up in the corners behind me. Now what I'm considering doing, or what I was initially considering, was just swapping over the monitor audio radius speakers for the KEF LS50, and those become part of the sort of movie watching and gaming experience. But now I'm considering moving the LS50s, the left and right, round to the back. So one would go over there and one would go over there. And then at the front, I'm considering putting some KEF R500s on the left and right, and then sitting just where the subscribe pillow is, just up there, I'm considering a KEF R600C. The other option is to get another pair of the KEF LS50s and put those at the back, and then maybe a larger center speaker. But I'm not sure if that sound as good as just switching those out to the back and changing to floor standards at the front. I'm also considering a long-term goal, which is to introduce Dolby Atmos to the setup, and that would involve getting some sort of upwards firing speakers or maybe some ceiling speakers. The upwards firing speakers would stand on top of the floor standards and be a lot neater solution sort of cabling wise. But anyway, let's get on with unpacking these two boxes just down here. Okay, box number one. Oh, I actually forgot that I'd ordered this. This is the new PlayStation camera. Now if you watched my video from a few days ago, you'll see that I picked up the Sony Ps4 Pro, and that didn't come with a camera, so I had to order a new camera. I really get frustrated with these little circles, they always stick in the way. So this is essentially the same as the previous PlayStation camera. So basically what they've done from the previous camera is they've made this cylindrical rather than square. The one that came out originally was absolutely terrible. You had to end up sort of sticking it down with sticky buds or buying the optional stand. This one at least comes with a bendy stand. The actual exciting box is this one here. This is the one I've been waiting for, and it's also the product I teased about in my previous video, and you're going to see this in action so that you can compare how it actually performs against the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II that I'm currently recording with. Now this was very kindly sent out to me super quickly by Park Cameras, and it is the Panasonic DMC LX15. So this is a compact camera, 4K video, 4K photo, post focus, 1-inch sensor, and it's got an f1.4 to f2.8 lens, which is absolutely fantastic. I think it's the fastest lens currently in a small compact camera. So let's get this unboxed and have a look inside. As I mentioned in my previous video, if this performs as well as I'm expecting, then the vlogs on this channel may well become all 4K. There's some more specifications just here quickly. We've got focus stacking, tiltable screen, which is essential for using it for the type of videos I want to record with it. It's also got a touch screen, contrast AF with DFD, which really helps with locking on that focus, and power optical image stabilization. So this should be good. So let's open this up. Top of the box we have got a quick guide for 4K photo, some other information. We've also got a USB cable. We have the battery. We have a little wrist strap. We have the USB charger, so you charge the battery inside the camera on this particular one. And then we have the camera itself. So well packed as well. I just love the way Park Cameras pack their products. And here it is. Let's just take this little sticker off. Wow, that feels nice and solid. Awesome. Look at this. So this is the Panasonic LX15. Wow, that is really nice. So on the bottom here, we've got a metal tripod mount. We've also got the battery compartment and the memory card slot. Across the back, we've got various controls just here. For things like menu, white balance, manual focus or macro, playback, function buttons. These are for 4K photo, just on this top corner here. And then across the top, we've got a little pop-up flash, which you can bounce off the ceiling if you so wish. We've also got the mode dial with the various modes on. We've got the zoom rocker, shutter button, on off, record button, little tiny control wheel just here. It's a little bit slippery. Might end up trying to find a third-party grip for this. That is very, very slippery, but really nicely built. What have we got on this side? That's for the little wrist strap, or we can put a shoulder strap on. We've got some connections on the side. There's not going to be any microphone put on this, I know that. Oh, that's hard to open. That is very hard to open. So anyway, underneath there we've got a micro HDMI and also USB. Why is that so hard to open? Let's have a look around the front. We've got an aperture ring. That's nice. Unfortunately, I read up on this, and the aperture ring, although it's nice to have here for photography, you can't set it to be clickless, which is a shame. I think they missed a trick there. But then we've got the smooth focus ring on the front. So I'm almost ready to switch over from the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II that I'm recording this video with to the Panasonic LX15 that you just saw me unbox. But just to let you know, the Canon only records in 1080p. The Panasonic is of course capable of 4K video. So for this comparison, I'm going to be recording in 4K and then downscaling it to 1080p. Now before I do the switch over, I just want to show you this. This is a really colourful poster, as you can see, and I just wanted to show you it on the Canon before I switch over to the Panasonic LX15 now. So now what you're seeing is the video from the Panasonic LX15. Now I obviously haven't viewed any of this back during editing yet, but on the screen it looks very, very crisp indeed. So let me know what you think of the video quality. The rest of this video will in fact be recorded with the Panasonic LX15. Couple of things that are worth mentioning. One is there is quite a big crop, so when you're recording in 4K you do have to hold the camera further away from you. I've actually got it on a Joby Gorilla Pod and I'm holding it at arm's length at the moment. And also when you're recording in 4K you get a 15-minute time or recording limitation, which is absolutely fine. So I've just popped out to run a few errands, including running a few errands for my mum. In fact, I'm just going in to visit my mum now to change her watch strap. the footage you just saw was from the designer outlet in Ashford, and we often go there for shopping. I personally didn't get anything, which normally happens, but it's still a really good place to go and just have a wander around on a Sunday. Very, very busy because it's in the run up to Christmas now as well. Now, we'll just let you know that the video you're watching now is still being recorded with the Panasonic LX15, but I changed the video mode from standard to vivid, so you might see a little bit different sort of colour rendition in this part of the video. Now, do let me know what you think of the video quality that this little camera is producing. Drop me some comments below, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend wherever you are. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.